Some of the easiest water purification methods that I've used over the years coming up. Well, welcome to my office. First thing that you want to do is collect your water. That can be from a lake, a little pond, and something that's underrated in survival is a metal cup. And a lot of times you can boil water right inside this, which is the most foolproof way of purifying some water. So bring it up to a rolling boil, and then it's going to be sanitized for you. When you come up to your water source, you have it all flowing down in one direction. You can either stick your bottle right in, but sometimes there's a lot of particulates in the water. It can be a good idea to put your bottle sideways in there. So as the water goes around the bottle, a lot of the larger particulates will go around your bottle or cup. So you can stick your cup in sideways, and as the particulates go by, you get nice and clean water. And then as you're filling up, try and be neat with it. Try and do it over the water source. And if it's cold like it is now, don't be wearing your winter gloves because it's easy to spill water on there. And then that just will lose you time later trying to dry those out by the fire. Now it would be easy just to stick your face right into the stream and drink up. If you are surviving and you have no other way to purify the water that you have right here, drink up and deal with the consequences later. But if you have the means to purify your water, most definitely do that at every opportunity. Do not go and pass up a water source thinking I'm going to find one later on. Never pass up a resource while you're out there surviving. Wherever you go in the world, the water may look crystal clear, but you can't trust it. You don't know what waterborne pathogens are in there. So go ahead, use the methods that you have brought with or procure while you're out there. Now the ones that we have, the ones that I have right now that I've used over the years are these iodine tablets. Potable aqua iodine tablets. Regular liquid bleach in the 5 to 6% form. I have survival straws or survival filters. Here's another filter that just attaches right to the hose of your Camelback. So all these different things are an option for you. These filter straws can be a great resource. They're inexpensive, somewhere around $10, and they can filter many gallons of water. So from there, put it into either the stream itself, the water source itself, or grab some water in a container and spit out the first mouthful of the carbon fines, is what they say. A little bit of carbon's gonna be coming up through, and so you don't want to drink that initially. Spit that out, and the initial sips of it don't taste very good, and then you're good to go to drink from there. Good to go. Now some of these, the drawback to them is it requires a lot of effort sometimes to keep on sucking through that straw and get that water through. So that can be the drawback to some of these types of things. But a great thing to put into survival kit just to deal with later on. A similar type of survival straw are the ones that you can connect right to the hose of your Camelback bladder, your water bladder that you have in your pack. This one just connects right to the hose with an adapter that goes right in this spot, and then at the end you just drink right out of the end and it filters through. Sometimes the filters can get clogged inside there. So you want to make sure that those are clean. And make sure any major things that may get through can be flushed out and cleaned from there. But a great resource to use. Again, that can require some effort, a little more effort than maybe you feel like doing on a long backpacking trip. To always be trying to pull water through your bladder. So that could be some of the downsides. Now, real easy, readily available water purification method are your iodine tablets. Now, these iodine tablets can be bought just about anywhere, and the directions say 2 tablets per quart, and then wait 30 minutes. Put 2 tablets in the cap, so you don't dump more than needed into your bottle. So it's controlled first, put in the cap, 2 tablets in, then wait 30 minutes. If the water is real dirty, cloudy, double that. So 4 tablets per quart. So the initial directions say 2 tablets per quart. Put the cover on, and then wait 5 or 10 minutes, turn it upside down, burp the canteen, a water device, so any unpurified water that has stayed around these threads will be flushed out, and then after 30 minutes you'll be good to go. An easier method to go is to even go with bleach in the 5 to 6% form. Just put some in an eyedropper bottle, fill it up, and then put 2 drops in per quart. 2 drops, 1, 2, and then wait 30 minutes from there. Same thing, turn it upside down. Burp the threads after 5 or 10 minutes, and then wait the additional 20 minutes, if it's been 10 minutes, for a total of 30, and you'll be able to go from there and drink it. Oh, squatting. One of my favorite methods that I've been using the last couple of years is the Sawyer Squeeze, along with the 2-quart platypus water bottle. So the Sawyer Squeeze, they have the main size, and then they have the mini. This one's 3 ounces, the mini is 2 ounces, but this one just has increased flow. So with your Sawyer Squeeze, all you need to do is fill up your water bladder, and it helps to initially inflate this a bit. So if you're sticking this in the water source, it fills up a lot easier. And it's easier to pour water into. Now, to save weight, instead of bringing 2 cups, a lot of times I just use my cook kit. So the cup for my cook kit works just as well. Then all you do, screw it on the end, and you want to look up what micron the filter is inside these filters, and do some research there and see if it's going to be good enough for the area that you're going into, because some of them are rated for different types of organisms, but for the most part they're all going to be pretty safe. And all you do is you connect this to your water bladder hose, and then you squeeze through. So you just get in all you do is you just get an adapter for the end of this hose right here, and then connect it right to the water bladder, and then just fill it up. Only takes a couple minutes. Now what'll happen with these is they'll get clogged after a while. So you want to take this end off. It comes with a syringe that connects right in the end, and with the hottest water from your tap, fill it up, and then just keep putting this high pressure water through the end of this filter by depressing that plunger and then letting it come out the other side. That'll help get a lot of clean the filter out and continue to use it, because you can use these for a long time. sometimes it just gets so clogged up after a year or two. Just spend the $30, $40 and just get a new one. Initially pretty inexpensive. So real convenient, real lightweight. The one drawback to a lot of filters, if you're out in a real cold environment, you have water that's staying inside here. So those could freeze and then break your filter element or make your filter ineffective and not be able to use it. So you want to make sure you keep these from freezing in the cold. Now you want to think globally throughout all of this. If you're in a tropical environment and you're trying to collect rainwater that usually you don't need to purify, right? So if you're in a tropical environment, all that rain is going to be hitting the canopy, and everything else that's living up there, bird poop, monkey poop, all those are going to be all over the canopy where all those animals living up in there. So as it comes down to your rain catch that maybe you have strung out and then funneling into your container, could be not the best to drink. So you want to make sure that you purify that as well. What do you think the advantage is to having a metal water bottle in a survival situation? Very good. You can put it right on the fire and boil water right in it. Or you can just grab some snow, put it inside it, and then melt water that way. Now a trick to melting snow is you got to make sure you either do it slow or you initially have some water in your container and then put snow in. Otherwise, if you put it too far into the fire, it's just gonna steam up and it's not gonna melt. It's gonna be too hot. So you gotta make sure it's either at a low heat so the snow doesn't evaporate faster than it can melt, or make sure you initially have some water in there that can soak up, and so that snow will be able to melt faster. Now in a cold environment like this, if you have some water in your bag here, you drink a little bit, keep putting snow in, a handful or two of snow in after every drink. Put it in between the layers of your clothing. Not on your skin because that's going to make you too cold. But put it in a nice warm spot and keep that water melting throughout. Because once you drink it all, it takes a lot longer to melt that initial snow than if you have some water in there. Boom. So the water purification methods that they're coming out with now are continually improving. They have a better flow rate. They're easier to clean. They filter out more organisms. So let me know it works well for you. This is a good baseline to have to put in your vehicle survival kit, to carry with you on backpacking trips or just day trips. You can put a little bottle of iodine in there, a little bottle of bleach. So do what's right for you. Do what's going to work best for you. We'll do more videos down the road on different methods of water purification, different demonstrations. But for now, I appreciate you watching and keep on surviving. Check it out, survivors. Water purification methods. That didn't work. Just keep on keeping on, keep on surviving. Oh!